Dealership reinsurance is one of the most valuable things that you can do for your dealerships today, as well as for building wealth in the future. In this episode, we talk about the value of reinsurance as well as what it can do for your dealership and how it works. Welcome back to Shifting Gears, the show that talks about strategies, resources, and tools that you can use for your dealership to make more money. I'm Salas. Let's jump right in. So what's reinsurance? Reinsurance is the practice whereby insurance companies share the risk and profits of their insurance portfolio to reduce the likelihood of them paying the claims. In other words, is insurance companies leveraging risk for more profits. So how exactly do dealers benefit? Well, really in three major ways. The very first way is that it allows you, the dealer, to participate in the premiums that are paid to the insurance company, aka warranty products sold in the store, gap coverages, and other products sold in your F&I department. Secondly, it gives you greater control over the financials that are coming into the dealership, and you are able to capture a lot more of the money that your customers are paying in your store. And lastly, and even perhaps more importantly, it allows access to onboarding cash in your dealership that is not tied to your personal assets or your dealership's assets. Some of the products that qualify for premium participation would be things like vehicle service contracts, limited warranties, certifications, gap coverage, tire and wheel coverage, paint and fabric protection, dent coverage, and even additional products like VIN etching and security products that are available for your customers. In other words, as you protect your customers, you help them protect their investment, you are also able to participate into more of those profits. Now here's how it works. Let's say that you sell a product in your F&I office for, in this case, let's say $2,000. That $2,000 is for a service contract that they're buying for a 5-year, 100,000 mile plan. Well, normally you'd send that $1,000 cost, let's say that that's how much it cost you, to the insurance company, and that leaves you at the dealership $1,000 of profit. Well, that's normally where the story would end. But with reinsurance, that's only where it begins. What happens to that additional $1,000 that you're sending to the insurance company? Well, if you don't have a reinsurance company, the insurance company is going to say, well, thank you. And we're going to now take it, invest it in those premiums that we get, or that investment income that we get to keep. And if you do have any claims against this policy, we're going to pay it out of the $1,000. Now, the insurance company's hope is that they sell a lot of products throughout a lot of different dealerships and a lot of different people, and the claims that they pay hopefully are a percentage less than what they've actually have out there. And that difference they get to keep as profit. So let's say that they only pay 75% of that, they're able to keep $250 plus any investment income. Now, I don't want to get too caught up in the weeds about reinsurance in this particular video. We have another video we've made that talks about some of the ways that you can participate in reinsurance, and we'll continue to make some additional content as well regarding reinsurance. But what I want you to understand is in this particular video is that same structure that I just described for the insurance company, when you have a reinsurance, instead of the insurance company being able to do all those things that we talked about, reinvesting it, investment income, be able to pay out claims and keep the difference, you can do that as the dealer. Plus, you get some additional benefits that you can take advantage of only by being a dealer. Think of it as a 401k on steroids for your dealership, funded by your customers. Now, besides freedom, wealth, and cash flow, here are some of the reasons why dealers reinsure. The number one reason would be access to loans and unencumbered cash to your dealership. This is direct cash flow that goes into your store tied to the performance of your F&I managers and your F&I offices, I should say. Really, the production of contracts in your dealership. In other words, you can borrow money and pay it back with your customers' money and future sales of your dealership. This doesn't tie your personal assets, and it also doesn't tie your dealership's assets tied to this particular production loan. It's known as a production loan in the reinsurance world. Secondly, this is a huge personal wealth asset for your store and for you. Reason being is by creating this reinsurance company are adding a profit portfolio additional to your dealership's profitability centers. Number 3 is that you're able to generate investment income on that portfolio and not have to pay taxes on it until you actually have a capital gains. So there's a tax deferral ability and benefit to doing reinsurance. And in addition to that, you also have access to long-term dividends, financial control over your F&I department, as well as being able to maximize truly every dollar for every car that you sell in your dealership. Now here's the breakdown of the tax benefits under the reinsurance policy. Let's say that you have 2 examples here. You have a general business and you have a reinsurance business. A general business, say your typical dealership S corporation. In this particular example, we're going to talk about $400,000 of income generated by that business. In the general business, you make $400,000. You have a normal tax rate of 37% for a max federal tax rate plus the state tax. So your taxes would be about $208,000 on that $400,000 of income, based on that example. Now, on our dealership reinsurance company, let's say that you take the same $400,000 worth of income, and because of the nature of reinsurance, which is that you pay for a contract, aka the customer pays for a contract for a future coverage, it means that the reinsurance company technically has a liability during that time that the contract is open. So it's not a taxable event, it's not actual profit. And the reason why that's important is because of the way that it breaks down is that you would have on that same $400,000 worth of income or underwriting profit, only a 40% investment income, which is the only thing that you actually pay interest, or I should say taxes on, a capital gains tax. That capital gains tax is deferred for the part of it that is not earned out or insurance profit. And on the investment income is the only thing that you pay. So in relation to compare the two, on that same $400,000 worth of insurance underwriting profit, your taxes would have been only $8,400, $8,400 versus $208,000. Now, I don't think you need a PhD in rocket science to really see which structure is more beneficial in this particular example. Clearly, we can see that having a dealership reinsurance company is much more beneficial from a tax perspective than a traditional business. Here's some additional benefits of reinsurance. The ability to get cash up front into your dealership. That means just by signing up, you're actually able to get cash flow into your store. Production loans, tax deferral, capital gains ability, interest paid back on your own account. Think of it as 401k on steroids. So you can borrow money against yourself, and instead of paying interest to the bank, you pay interest back to your own portfolio. You also have only capital gains tax on the income that's generated, as well as the remainder that's at the end of the contract of that customer. And the last piece is that loans that you take against your reinsurance company are not subject to tax. So truly is the most tax efficient way for you to grow your business. Now, there are 4 main types of reinsurance, and they each have their benefits, but I'm just gonna mention them here. And if you'd like some more information as to how each one of them works, we've prepared a video that goes over all of the differences between the reinsurance options and positions that you have as a dealer. The four main ones are the dealer on warranty company, the CFC or controlled foreign company, the NCFC or non-controlled foreign corporation, or retro, which is what we call kind of reinsurance light. And each of them have their own advantages and disadvantages in what it's for. Like I said, if you want more information, comment below or send us a request and we'll be more than happy to go over all the different ones, or send you that additional video that we've created going over the different options. Now, reinsurance is so important because, as you can see here in this graph shared by NADA, you can see how 50% of the profits generated to the bottom line of a dealership all come from F&I. Most of it coming from product sales that are generated in your dealership. And if you're not taking advantage of those additional premiums that you're just sending it to the insurance company, you are actually throwing away money that you could be very much capturing in your dealership. Forget about the money for a second. Reinsurance allows you to truly take care of your customers the best way that is possible. You have control over being able to take care of a customer's claim. You have ultimate say, ultimate control over how you want to take care of your customers. You, at the same time, have the ability to, if all of your customers that bought contracts from you didn't take advantage of the plan or weren't able to go through all of the coverage, leverage that to grow your business. Reinsurance is truly the most effective way for you to impact your bottom line today and for the near and far future. So if you'd like more information about reinsurance, or you'd like to learn more about how to maximize your premium input, how to monitor your claim exposure, how to reduce your loss ratio so you can actually keep more of your reinsurance profits in your dealership, how to train and talk to your people to actually get the most out of your deals and out of your reinsurance policy, or even if it is, how do I do this whole reinsurance thing? Then please visit guaranteeddealerprofits.com. That's guaranteeddealerprofits.com. There you'll be able to see a case study on how it is that we can actually help improve your profitability. But most importantly, you'll be able to learn about the impact that reinsurance has had in the lives of the dealerships that we've worked with, as well as the future dealers that we're going to work with. Or you may or may not know, our goal is to help 1,000 dealers generate at least 30% or more in profits. And we're doing so in a few different areas. And so if you find this video valuable, or if you would like to learn more about how it is that we can help you, don't forget to like, share, comment on this video wherever you see it in the platforms. But more importantly, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next video, always with a lot of value to make you more money. Talk to you later.